personal day. I wonder when he's in New Zealand.
Well, at least they let you know.
Yeah.
2 days.
Go for it.
I said at least answer 2 days before instead of calling you.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Getting
4 o'clock in the morning.
a 3 o'clock call or something like that. Yeah.
They used to happen to me all the time. I try to avoid saying that when we're talking about that kind of stuff, especially.
Yeah.
I used to do that all the time. I get a call for 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Mark's called in sick.
Yeah.
Or I get a text from him.
Yeah. One of those.
Is it just Thursday?
Yeah, just Thursday for now. I think. I think I'm actually gonna be off on Friday.
You think what?
I'm actually gonna be off on Friday.
Are you?
Yeah.
This high school thing didn't work out too well this year.
Hey, we've done. What have we done? 3 games so far. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You can't expect this. I mean, unless it's like a
Yeah.
thing. I'm more concerned about doing Spurs if they sell.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might point for my shot tomorrow. So. I may be off Thursday and Friday too. My wife
Okay.
goes, I told my wife, I said, yeah, I talked to the doctor, and the doctor said she hadn't had anybody call in that had any adverse reaction to it like they did. And then my wife goes, yeah, I just read about a doctor who got hers, and she had it was like, she reacted like the first one, chills and fever and outfit. I'm like, great.
Nice.
What you're
Yeah.
telling me is Thursday may be a bad day.
Hi, good morning.
Is that what you're telling me?
Sorry to
I know.
get in your way.
You're not getting in my way. I'm in your way.
Oh, I didn't want to say that.
So, well, you're being nice. So, but anyway.
Just in a good mood today.
You are?
No,
You're not?
kidding. Yes.
Oof, busy Tuesday already. KSAT 12. Streaming from our newsroom here. KSAT News Now, thank you very much for being with us this morning.
Yeah, good morning. We have a lot to get to. So there's a a car wash is haunted.
Oh.
Is it on purpose?
That sounds good.
Is it planned?
Uh-huh.
Would you go?
Yes, and yes.
I feel like a car wash can
above.
sometimes already be like scary enough, so I wonder how many children are gonna never want to go back to the car wash.
Yeah, it's always a weird experience in those car washes there. So we'll tell you about this one here in San Antonio. And, well, you know what, talking about Halloween coming up here. Christmas still a little whiles away, but now is the time to get a jump on your holiday shopping and maybe score a few things for yourself in the process.
Which, that's always my issue. I go for someone else and then I end up getting things for me. I think we all struggle with that. Wouldn't you agree? All right, and if you plan to head to the polls next month, you need to be registered first. So the big point there is that it's the last day to register to vote. It's a very important day here in Texas.
Yeah, absolutely. But first, we're going to start with some international news this morning. Relentless attacks continued overnight in Ukraine after Russia launched more missile attacks against that country.
Yeah, air raid sirens sounded in several regions of Ukraine this morning, and it comes a day after at least 19 people were killed and more than 100 injured in a wave of Russian strikes.
Officials say this is likely the heaviest bombardment of rocket attacks in that country since February, and many global leaders are vowing in a meeting today to hold Russian President Vladimir Putin accountable for these latest actions.
The Ukrainian president also urged the leaders do anything in their power to create an air shield for Ukraine and place stronger sanctions against Russia. And even just, because of these attacks, so much fear yet again. I mean, it has not stopped. But I don't know if you saw a video of a lot of Ukrainians taking shelter and singing the Ukraine's national anthem. That was so powerful.
It was very powerful.
Yeah.
Absolutely, very powerful. And there was a text message that I got from Ukrainian San Antonio. This was from their president. They held a protest last night, an urgent protest. And as a symbolic sort of thing, they held up umbrellas. Basically to kind of signify that shield that they want to, as a symbol of shielding the Ukrainian sky, is the way that it was described to me. And she said that Ukrainian supporters and friends are still supplying, of course, anti-aircraft warfare that'll help protect the sky from Russia there. So just a harrowing situation again. It continues on. This is something that, we I think with everything that happened here locally, maybe we didn't discuss as much, but it's still something that's obviously impacting the rest of the world and people even here in San Antonio. So
back to that symbolism part, it's to close the sky over Ukraine. And this is something that they have been asking for, Ukrainians have been asking for, and others around the world to do since the very beginning. They think that this is the best option to stop these attacks. So again, they did have local representation here in San Antonio, and it's just sad to see that this continues. Yeah, so back here closer to home, of course, we're following the latest in the major developments in Uvalde after the school board of trustees held its first board meeting since it was revealed that they hired a DPS officer that was under investigation for her role in the May 24th shooting. And then also we were talking about Uvalde Superintendent Hal Harrell retiring. Yeah, so it's official. It's been signed off. The school board for UCISD signed off on that retirement last night. After meeting in a closed session for more than an hour, we knew this was going to happen. Harrell made that announcement, alluded to it on Friday. So he now becomes the latest local official to leave post after the school shooting. Yeah, and this issue, if you've been following us on the reporting there, Lee Waldman has been covering this extensively. So this issue has many people there in Uvalde divided, but one of the parents of the 21 killed, Kimberly Rubio, spoke up to remind everyone that the families had never asked Mr. Harrell to resign. Families have been asking for transparency and accountability, specifically when it comes to a police response and security there at the school. We talk about how divided the community is. Rubio also addressed the hatred many community members in Uvalde have directed towards grieving families over this decision of Hal Harrell, superintendent, of him retiring, which is something that he stated he made this decision by himself. Yeah, so let's go ahead and hear from, I believe is Kimberly Rubio here talking about this retirement.
How dare you decide now when a job is at stake to come together, but you stay
So there you heard her. How dare you decide now when a job is at stake to come together? And that really has hurt many families there. Kimberly and her husband Felix walked out of the meeting and were met outside with pushback from supporters of Superintendent Hal Harrell.
And more than 90 people showed up to yesterday's meeting, which many families, the Robb Elementary victims, say absolutely hurt them as well, adding that their community never showed this kind of support for them in the aftermath of that tragedy there.
And we saw different forms of support. So here they're talking about the push for action, the push for change. Harrell said he will continue with his duties until a new superintendent can be chosen, and that process to replace him has already begun.
Yeah, and we even were having discussions about this in the newsroom, just about the support that he's receiving. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but he was in the district for 31 years. So obviously someone there that was a well-respected educator, and he said that, obviously this decision was not made lightly, was made after much prayer and discernment, but you could just, the town there is just broken right now. And it's just, this whole healing process has come with a lot of different things, a lot of different forces and, we're talking about the police force and now the superintendent. So there's just a lot to unpack. There are a lot of layers to this.
So with that, a lot of the community members are now saying it really falls on Hal Harrell to address the community, to help bring them together. And here's where that is important, that communication. We talked about the parents protesting for 10 days for accountability, right? What they wanted is action with the police department and any agents who were there that day during the shooting. They never asked for Harrell to retire. That's not what they were protesting. So just communication. If Harrell would come out and speak to someone, whether it's the families, whether it's to media, our requests for interviews have gone unanswered. So just communication, again, what parents have been asking for.
Yeah, that's been a
major
issue there when all of this started there in the aftermath of it. So we were talking earlier, today's a big day here when it comes to the November elections. It's October 11th. Are you registered to vote? Well, today is the deadline if you want to vote in that November 8th general election.
So any U.S. citizen who is 18 years of age by election day on November 8th and registered to vote by today, the October 11th voter registration deadline, can vote. But keep in mind there are a few exceptions, and you can read more about those exceptions online at KSAT.com.
Yeah, and we also have a link to check if you are registered to vote. All that information will be right there available for you. So you'll need to provide your name, country, date of birth,
County.
And if you're, what was that?
County, your
county,
name,
that's
the
right.
county you're
County,
registered
there you
in.
go. And if you're not registered, we have a link to fill out a voter registration application online as well. So it's a one-stop shop there for you.
Yeah,
that
you
we're
can
providing.
also register in person, of course, at the Barrera County Elections Office. That's located on Frio Street. Of course, you can also mail that in. Easiest
Absolutely.
thing is in person or
online.
And
this is a very important election year. We have a Texas governor's race, of course, all 435 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives, and a third of the U.S. Senate seats are all up for grabs. And in Barrera County, voters will elect its first new county judge in 20 years.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's a big election. So yeah, register to vote. I've been sharing the link on my social media because it is important, and it is important to check. So I did it first with the Texas website for the government, and that one said that I was not registered. And on the bottom, it does tell you like don't take this like as 100%. So then I went to Rock the Vote, and they have another database that you can search on, and there it did verify that my voter status is active, I think it said.
Yeah, you're good to
that I'm
go.
good to go. Yeah, so
Yeah.
don't give up if it's.
Yeah, and
the
actually
first one
this
saying no.
morning I did an interview with a local deputy voting registrar, and we were talking about a lot of different things, and we're talking a lot about voter rights here in Texas. A lot of confusion about that, and there's been some recent changes there as well. So make sure you go to our website to get all that information that you need, and make sure to register to vote. Very important.
All right, so now to shopping, Amazon Prime Days. This is not something that I really take part in. You?
No, not really either. But you know what? Apparently, a lot of people do.
Oh, yeah.
This is like a huge thing.
Absolutely.
Across the country.
Max Massey, I asked him, and he's like, yep, it always gets me.
Yeah, so Amazon Prime Days officially started this morning, and it'll run through tomorrow. And a lot of people are really hyped up about this.
Yeah, major brands and stores like Walmart, Best Buy, Nintendo, Target, and more have launched similar sales to what you would see on a Black Friday.
Okay,
so they want you to spend that money.
There you go. Yeah, so experts say the deals are especially good this year as retailers are trying to get rid of overstocked items that were ordered earlier in the pandemic. And we had also, reported earlier that Target and some of these other places were really trying to get rid of this stuff. So it's a good time to buy.
So some of the best deals: an Apple iPad for $260. Then you have the Apple AirPods second generation, and those include the Lightning charging case.
Yeah.
$90. That's
not bad.
Not bad.
How
many generations in are they, though?
I don't even know. I need, 3. They're in 3? Okay, Sarah Spivey here providing the very important information there. I'm going off of one AirPod. It's pretty embarrassing, but I lost one, and so I just pretty much have just stuck with
You should get those because it literally costs like $90 to replace one AirPod.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
so
there you
this
go,
is very
RJ.
important to me here. We also have an Apple MacBook Air laptop for $800, and that's $200 off the original
Well,
price.
we don't.
So
We don't have that. Amazon Prime Day has that. Sarah Spivey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Do you like Amazon Prime Days? Do you like shopping
I
online?
do.
Yeah?
I do. I do not go crazy, though. I'm going to admit, I try to be as frugal as possible. But it's hard not to be when all of the sales are like in your face. Like that $90 deal, that sounds pretty good.
That's, I mean, that
And
would
even
have-
like an MacBook Air for $800. All right, okay.
But I wonder like what the memory.
Yeah, it's probably
But
pretty
see,
low.
when you look at it, $200 off. I mean, like, is it worth it?
you're not
Y'all
feeling
say
that?
as you have your MacBooks.
Wow. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's true. That
These
is
are
true.
work assigned.
Okay.
Anyways.
I got like a Dell.
Wow.
Like old Dell, but it is what it is.
An old Dell.
Okay, so let's talk about the weather though, guys. You know, I wanted to start off with some interesting facts, okay? We've seen a little bit more than 8 inches of rain at the airport. That's not much at all. And when you look at other cities that have seen more rain than us, it may actually surprise you a little bit. You know, we actually, my clicker has stopped working. So I'm going to go on the side, and I want you guys.
You want me to run over there?
Alicia,
Justin,
I want you to
is
pretend like you're a
Justin
meteorologist.
Horn over there? Oh,
Okay.
Justin's
Pretend, you
looking
guys.
back
We
up.
Other computer. Oh, there goes Alyssa.
my
She's
time
helping
as
me
a
out.
pretend
Look
meteorologist
at
is
that.
done.
Look at that. This is
So,
teamwork. Teamwork makes the
Click,
dream work.
Alyssa. Thank you. Okay, so Del Rio has actually seen more rain than San Antonio.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the first time actually, this is about only the 10th time that this has happened since records have been taken back in 1886. In Amarillo has seen more rain, about 14 inches of rain than San Antonio. And even Roswell, New Mexico, where all the aliens are, is out in the desert, has seen more rain than San Antonio.
By a
Okay,
smidge.
isn't that kind of surprising? So your
Yeah.
KSAT 12-hour forecast, we got up to about 88 degrees for the high temperature this afternoon. We're going to be seeing temperatures about 4 degrees above the average. The average this time of year is 84, so a little bit warmer than average. And then as we look at this evening, temperatures are going to fall into the 70s. It's going to be pretty pleasant. But the humidity is going to be back by tomorrow. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. I want to walk you through this real quick. So tomorrow we'll be at 92 degrees and it'll be a bit muggy. So we're actually going to have a bit of a heat index value. This first front, it's not really going to count, okay? It is only going to bring us a 10% shot at some isolated showers. And then it's going to be breezy on Thursday with low humidity on Thursday and Friday. And notice that front only drops temperatures by like 1 degree. So again, not really a major front. It will feel nice though in the morning on Friday morning in the low 60s with low humidity. But then just as the humidity gets lower, it returns over the weekend. And guys, this is what I'm holding out hope for. It does look like the next front we get is going to be at least decent. We'll be seeing highs drop into the 70s. I'm seeing Alicia smile there. And we need some rain. So far, we can only forecast about 30% coverage for rain, but we're hoping that the ingredients come together and we can increase that rain chance. Because again, as you saw, San Antonio pretty wimpy on the rainfall department, so.
Come on, San Antonio, we need you to step up here.
And
yeah,
thank you
that's
guys
shocking,
for
though.
sticking with me with
Yeah.
the with a not working clicker. You know, meteorologist Justin Horn, he had my back over there.
Yeah.
So thanks for
Justin's
that.
always keeping an eye on things.
I will say I have always wanted to try to pretend to
do the weather. That was your
one
time
one
to shine
KSAT
right
News
there?
Now will totally do that.
Really?
Alicia, that would be
it's
fun.
Hard. That's hard.
I could walk you through it, girl.
Okay.
It was your time to shine
right.
there. Yeah,
Here we
that
go.
is really
Time
great
to shine.
information there. Roswell, I cannot believe that. Roswell and Amarillo, the Panhandle, getting more rain than us.
So
That's
Friday morning is your best chance to wear a sweatshirt. You know?
Definitely. All right, spooky season. It is here, and a San Antonio car wash is doing it big with a haunted tunnel. Ooh.
And it's perfect because the chances of rain are pretty low for this weekend, so wash your car. It's so spooky, one visitor even said they weren't expecting the car wash to be as scary as it actually was. And I have a friend who posted about it maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And it looks so cool. I would definitely do this.
I was just looking at this on TikTok right now. So for $30 at Super Suds, you get a triple foam wash, tire shine. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting some. Wow, right on cue there, yeah. Undercarriage wash, car new bottle wax, I don't even know what that is, ceramic shine, and a tunnel of terror. Ooh.
Oh God. Super Suds, they're located at, this sounds like a commercial, Super Suds. They're located at 6780 Bandera Road. So they transformed into a haunted tunnel car wash, but it's not every single day. It's just Fridays and Saturdays from 6 to 11 p.m. until the end of October. And they say that there's not that big of a wait, probably a little more than usual because people want to go check this out. Imagine what?
Oh wow!
Stop
Look
it!
At that.
Oh, that was
That is
planned.
impressive. I like that.
You got me for a second.
Yeah,
You
I
got
was
me
with
for
it.
a
I
second.
like it. Wow, very cool. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I was thinking like some Final Destination stuff. You know, there was a scene there at the car wash.
You got
That's
me,
not gonna happen
Alyssa.
here.
Was that you, producer Alyssa?
On the
Super
fly,
producer,
doing it good.
super spooky
yeah.
producer.
Ooh, look at that.
All right,
Could make
there
our
you
own
go.
haunted house in here.
We really could.
We could.
All
There's
right,
some
you
scary
guys.
things sometimes that happen.
So check that out, Friday, Saturdays.
All right, we are having too much fun here. Hey, wanted to mention that the Houston Astros starting the Major League Baseball playoffs today. So go Stros. That is the one team that I absolutely rock with when it comes to Houston sports. Rockets, nah. Texans, nah. But the Stros, go Stros. What was their saying? Like win it for the H or something?
Don't know because I don't like them.
Oh my! What are Rangers?
Didn't they cheat? Is
That was like 5
subject?
years ago. Can we not let
Okay.
bygones be bygones?
All right. Well, you
Altuve.
guys- It's Kev's last show.
Is it really?
Kev, run over
I thought
here.
tomorrow was your last
Just
show.
run over here real quick. Come on.
Take the
Come
lipstick cam.
on.
Just stand up.
No, come over here. That
The
way we get
people
one
need to
freeze
know
frame.
what
He's coming.
Super
Woo!
director Kevin looks like. Yeah,
Kev,
here we
how
go,
long
man.
have
Here
you
we
been
go.
here for in KSAT? How long? There's Kev.
There he is.
We're gonna miss
the
you.
the man right here.
I'm sad, but
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah.
He says he's
yeah.
sad, but it's all good.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
We'll miss you.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a sad note to end the show on today. But
Brings the
yeah,
good
much love
energy.
to Kevin,
Blessed
man.
day.
He is super. He's super awesome, super cool guy here, and he's been working hard for a long time. So
Thanks
yeah,
for
shout
everything
out
you
to
do.
Kevin.
We'll miss you.
Yeah, we will definitely miss you, man. All right, that's going to wrap things up. KSAT News Now. Thanks again for watching us on a Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow.
11 a.m.